Hey Nick, I just wanted to give you some feedback here in terms of your third and final writing assignment. A very good job on this particular assignment, Nick. I think you did a really good job in first and foremost defining what discourse communities are, and beyond that, of course, uh, also given a sort of a real life example and a background example of, for example, I like the example of being a football fan. I completely agree with you that it is a culture, a way of life. Um, I wish that maybe from the very beginning you would have maybe defined specifically what it is about discourse community that you were going to talk about. For example, in here, you talked about that, what it means to be part of a community and part of a group. And so I think that's what you were headed at. And so in here you talked about some of the qualifications, I believe, of what it means to be part of the nursing community. Someone that has to be smart, have discipline, right? Have to be able to handle stuff, which is where your interview came in. And at least here in the beginning, I was hoping for you to relate it back to some of the readings. You did do that over here. I was really happy to the way you see into the you talked about some of the different communities, right, the different sub communities, and I'm so glad that you were able to bring in Ann John's article, because I think this was very this had totally related to what you were talking about in here. After each quote, perhaps maybe you could have expanded on a little bit in here, but I think you did a great job in, like I said, in tying this to this. Same thing over here. You talked about speaking and acting, and I'm glad that you were able to bring in, for example, Joseph Harris's article about not wholly ever leaving one and coming into another. So great job on there. Same thing here. I think I wish you would maybe have expanded on that a little bit. You tried to in here. I mean, here you were talking about that it's not very easy for people to kind of step cleanly and out of a community, and so I can see that you were kind of continuing on here, but it went to a slightly different, I think, perspective. I thought this was a strong case. I just wish that maybe you would have expanded it on here. Good job in here in talking about meta knowledge. In here, I think you did a much better job in discussing it and commenting on meta knowledge and really having a lot of commentary on it. So great job on that. Um, and then finally, as you moved on from here, the last thing that you talked about was James Porter's article. That a speaker must be qualified, and I think you did a good job in talking about that, how that belongs. And not only that's not something that just in academics, but also in the nursing community. So overall, good job. A few places where I felt that you could have maybe expanded on a little bit more, but on the whole, I think you did a very good job in this particular paper. All right, let me know if you have any questions, Nick. Thanks.